Hey guys, welcome back. And today we're going to do something new. I had an epiphany, some would say. If you think this is a good idea, if you don't think it's a good idea, well, you're probably not going to watch the video. But I'm going to start a new series and kick it off starting in this video called CyberSec Rookie. Basically, what CyberSec Rookie is going to be is it's going to be with me entering my new job. There's going to be a lot I need to learn, and one of the best ways to learn is by teaching others. And I had the privilege of going to a great program at the University of Missouri for information technology and cybersecurity, and then taking a few base level entry cybersecurity courses online. Those are all great, but when it comes down to it, there are a lot of practical hands-on things that students or people getting into the industry miss out on, and I'm getting a lot of that right in the face now as we get started. So that's what this is going to be. CyberSec Rookie is going to be all for the entry level people, the people that are starting to learn those basics, and you need something outside of just the practical actual hacking. You need to learn, hey, what are the tools businesses use? Hey, what do those look like? So we're gonna jump in. We're gonna get going. I think I'm gonna try to do these once a week, once every 2 weeks, and sprinkle in some capture the flags, malware analysis, things like that. But I want to keep these pretty consistent as we continue on. So that being said, let's rock and roll. And today's episode is going to be about SIEMs. SIEMs, people call them different things. I've always heard it as SIEM. That's where I've heard it. I did a little research today, and from what I could find, I'd say most people call it a SIEM, but do with that what you will. But the SIEM, SIM, what is it? Well, it stands for Security Incident Event Management Software. Sorry, I wanted to say endpoint for some reason, but that's not it. It's the Security Information and Event Management system software application. And obviously, this is one of those things you learn about like in the first couple of weeks of classes, probably, and then by the time you finish it, you're like, I vaguely remember what that is, but you don't get a lot of practical hands-on experience. So with that being said, today's video we're just going to be talking about it a little bit, and then going over what some enterprise level SIMs are, what those look like, where you can find some good cheap/free educational materials, and then a couple open source options so you can go and play and learn yourself. And actually, that will come at the end of this video. I'll actually show you Wazoo. Let's go with that. Wazoo, which is an open source SIM that I've been playing with. I actually put a video out on it. Go watch that on how to get it set up and deployed. So, like I said, there's going to be some series spin off on that, like maybe how to use an open source SIM. If we do one on attack simulators, like I initially thought I would, go do a spin off series of that. But with just getting started, we're going to get started in the CyberSec Rook series. Wow, the CyberSec Rookie series with a SIM. So, like I said, a security information and event management system. And this is straight off the Microsoft website. Let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit for y'all. There's definitely a keyboard shortcut for this, but I just don't want to mess with it. So, let me scroll back up here. Here's the definition of it. This one's actually a really good one. It's a solution that's going to help organize, detect, analyze, and respond to security threats before they harm business operations. Thank you, Microsoft. And really, that is the best way to describe it. Right down here, it goes even more in depth. In short, a SIM gives organizations visibility into activity within their network so they can respond swiftly to potential cyber attacks and meet compliance requirements. And yeah, that's what it does. That actually sums it up really, really well. It has changed crazily over the years, and it has changed very quickly, and has grown an insane amount the past several years, and it's going to shoot up even more as AI and machine learning continue to get better. And once those roll into play in this, analyzing all the logs that spit out and things like that are going to be really fast and easy for the people in the profession. So let's move through that one. I saved a bunch of these. I'm going to grab all the links out of here for y'all, put them at the bottom of this video. But again, I just kind of want to move through it here. So we've already kind of went through that. What is a SIM? The definition of a SIM, again, this is going to be all about how it's going to support that threat detection, compliance, and security incident management through collection and analysis of security events. as well as a wide variety of other event and contextual data sources. So I think we all know what a SIM is. I'm trying to basically a high level overview. You have your SIM in the cloud, you have it on your server, you deploy the agents on the individual machines, and it's going to collect data from Windows logs, any other security. A good SIM is going to integrate with the EDR that you use, and so from there, it's going to collect all that information and put it in one spot for you and a bunch of pretty charts that you can use to upper management. Because especially when you come in at a low level or analysis role, a lot of that, even as you get higher up, you're going to have to get things you want to purchase approved by the finance department or your CFO and things like that. And that's where a lot of these charts and hey, we need to meet these compliance requirements and we need to be at least here, but we're way down here. Those are the things that are going to be really handy, and those are one of the big benefits to a good SIM is that not only does it help you detect critical events and bad actors in your environment, but it's going to help you use XYZ to get a better EDR to help upgrade to the next level, things like that. So a SIM, there's obviously different levels of a SIM, just like there's anything in this realm. If you're not aware of that yet, it's going to be open source, which is what Wazoo is. Wazoo, I will pronounce that the same way eventually. But open source is what Wazoo is. Basically, it means it's free. You go grab it from GitHub or some other site like that and get it set up and running, or not even GitHub. You just grab it from the site, and basically open source means you can adjust it, work on it, and it's free to use. So enterprise is obviously that's going to be your big businesses. That's going to be your Microsoft Sentinel, your things like that. They're going to run at a big company level. Splunk is one that I can think off the back. The next list we're actually going to check, and these are not. This is not me saying go use these. This is not a. These are two lists I pull up for the top 10 SIM solutions, and you are going to see some overlap in those, which is cool. But again, I am not promoting any of these. These is completely for learning. Please don't. Go to your boss and say, hey, I watched some kid just out of college who got a new job and thinks he knows what he's talking about. And because again, I'm doing this just as much to help you all learn as to help me learn. I'm teaching you it so I know it better. So with that being said, again, especially on that enterprise, do not take my word as something important. I want to see what, managed. I think what it means. Yeah, so by managed, it means a third option is a managed SIM service, which provides enterprise SIM capabilities and a cloud-based, fully managed solution. So actually, a lot of enterprise level SIMs are moving that way. I don't know that there's a difference between a managed and an enterprise level. I think maybe that they just help you run it, and it's going to be a little bit more expensive at the end of the day. Yeah, let's go with that. Enterprise level, I think maybe it means you're using your own, or you've helped build your own, and managed means you're going to X company and they're going to look at that data for you and help you manage your SIM. Don't quote me there. All right, so here's our top 10 systems. And don't think of this as an actual top 10. Think of this more as, hey, here is a list of 10 enterprise level SIMs. So when you come in and your boss is talking about or comparing them, you can kind of keep up with what's going on. So AT&T cybersecurity. AT&T is actually kind of getting a little bit bigger in the cybersecurity world. They've got a SIM that's obviously number one on this list. Got to be pretty solid. Fortinet's going to have their own. IBM. Logarithm is an interesting one. So Logarithm is going to use several different things that bring it all in together. Bring the event manager, log manager, a lot of different things, and they're starting to use AI pretty heavily already, and basically they're going to integrate those things to help it be more intuitive, help you basically make it easier on you to use the SIM. Log sign. So there's Microsoft Sentinel. I mentioned that one earlier. My current job now is a big Microsoft house, and I know when I was asking them about it, things like that, it came down to us an issue of price point. But Microsoft Sentinel, Microsoft puts out great products. A lot of people harp on Windows Defender, and although it may not be the best thing in the world, I think it's really solid. So, they're rolling in AI with theirs. I know I saw something about that the other day, and they're doing some good stuff. RSA, SecureNux, and then Splunk's a big one. Splunk's probably one of the biggest names out there. Actually, splunking is a term Let me look up what that means before I tell you our Splunking cybersecurity. Make sure I know what that means. Okay, I can't zoom like that. What is Splunk? Splunk is a software platform to search. Let me look up what is Splunking. Splunking. Okay, so yeah, it's basically looking through the data from Splunk. Okay, so yeah, that's how big Splunk is it's actually used as a term now for looking through these logs, looking through that data, gathering it up, and basically it's going to, again, do what a SIEM does and just do it really well. Collect all that data from logs, several of the things on the end machine, bring it all into one place where you can look at it, read it, all that good stuff. And the good thing about these SIEMs that you won't see on Wazoo later, is that they're going to break down things even more and have even more capabilities, i.e. breaking things into certain segments, departments, things like that, that this one I'm going to show you all later won't have, but it's out there and definitely capable of doing so. So again, just looking for some more. Here's what it put out a list of 5 features to look for in a SIEM, and that's why I really like this list. Security event log management, that's an obvious one. I assumed all SIEMs had that. Maybe some of the maybe some don't. I'm not going to say bad. Threat detection and hunting, you want that. But again, it's going to kind of pick that up on its own, sure. But get those logs from Windows Defenders and your other security solutions. Alert and response automation. That's a tough one. That's actually a good one to have if you can afford one that has that. The alert, obviously, but response automation is good to maybe, hey, it goes and locks down this end machine and a couple other things. Real-time security and data visualization. Basically, all that's saying is you want them to update constantly. Obviously, there's a big reason why, because somebody gets in. You want to know it right then. You don't want to know it at the next day's morning report. Stakeholder collaboration. Basically, what that means is you can have several different members of a team working on it together, or you can have several stakeholders and maybe a HR person checks the boxes on the cybersecurity things, then they can come in and check those boxes. So went through those, cool. ArcSight wasn't even on the last one, but it's by HPE, so interesting. I've not heard of that one. Looks like it does a lot of cool things. Exabeam Fusion, IBM Security, QRadar SIM, Logarithm. We saw Logarithm. McAfee. I always call it McAfee. That's not it. It's McAfee. McAfee's got a SIM. They're the people who deploy a lot of their products on machines when you get them in brand new. I think they probably have a really good enterprise level software. I've never been a fan of it at a personal level. Microsoft Sentinel's on this list. Again, okay, I didn't notice this in the last one. So the Sentinel SIM is actually going to be hosted on Azure, and it just got launched in 2019. So I'm sure it's continuing to get better. And knowing Microsoft, I wouldn't be surprised that depending on how well they do this, if it wasn't further up a list later on. Rapid7's got one. Rapid7, a super big name in the industry, super reliable company. So not surprised their name's going to pop up on one of these. Securonics, saw that one on the last list too. Splunk again. Splunk is a huge, big one. And apparently right here it's talking about its SIEM solution is built on its proprietary big data analysis engine. So Sumo Logic Cloud SIEM, haven't heard of that one. Started off in 2010. End-to-end cloud-hosted SIEM solution. So again, you see a lot of these overlaps. It's going to come down to what features you're specifically looking for, price point, things like that. But we aren't going to take the time to look through all of that here because I don't want this video to get too long. All right, so here's a Udemy course on SOC analyst training with hands-on to SIEM from scratch. $30 in Udemy. I may stink and go buy this because $30 for a course where you're going to learn procurement and boss and SOC operation, SIEM dashboard creation and usage and investigation, architecture and correlation rules for SIEM. Sorry, I want you guys to be able to see that. My bad. So again, TCP protocol suites with detailed summaries of header and a data packet. So again, it's pretty solid. It's $30. Maybe you just want to use it for these things. Maybe you want to use it to look at all of it. But seems like a pretty solid course by Vikram Sinai. Got 3.9 stars. $30. Spend $30 to get better. So here is a ClassCentral.com course. It is on the YouTube Splunk SIM training tutorials. I wonder if there's even, can I get a link somewhere for this? I wonder if this will take me to it. So this takes me to this. So this takes me to this. Can I just start? Oh.
What's going on?
Oh, okay. So this is actually going to be a Try Hack Me course, hunting ransomware with Splunk. But that's interesting. Definitely try Hack Me, Hack the Box. Doesn't surprise me that, well, obviously I've seen, this is a private that Try Hack Me has it, and we can confirm that here. I bet it's pretty stinking solid. I would definitely go give it a look. Try Hack Me is a really good program. I have the paid version. I think the free version is really good too. Don't quote me on that. All right. So here's a SIEM, Elastic Security for SIEM and security analytics. So what this is going to be is this is going to be a legit SIEM that you can deploy and do things with. Let me, so Elastic Cloud, that's where you're going to base it off of. And yeah, there's the free trial, all this stuff. This is one of them. This may not be, it looks like you can try it for free, but it doesn't look like it's necessarily free. So again, do with that what you will. I don't even know. I don't know what the pricing looks like. So you can do it for $95 a month. That's a little tough one. Enterprise seems pretty affordable though. I'm actually surprised by that. But let's continue. That wasn't what I thought it was. But here's what one looks like. Alien Vault Osim. It looks like this can download as an ISO. So I pull this one up. It looks like you may be able to play with this one. Open source SIM. Yeah, it looks like you might be able to actually get to play with this one by AT&T. Alien Vault OSIM open source security information management provides you with a feature-rich open source SIM. This looks pretty solid, and it's saying it's open source. Yeah, I'm definitely going to give this one a look later. I wonder, I'm trying to find where their paid version is, because I know they've got a paid version. Oh, so their OSIM is going to be open source software download, and their USM anywhere is going to be cloud hosted, and that's where pricing is going to come into play. Yeah, for sure. Wow, okay. So yeah, that's good to know though. So that's all right. And obviously here is Wazoo. So Wazoo is going to do your SIEM, it's going to do your XDR, and I want to look and make sure XDR cyber security, that should be one word. So sorry, please don't make fun of me. Let me look up. Maybe I've just seen it. Maybe I never actually took the time to look up what it is. What it is. XDR. XDR for dummies. Just tell me what it is. Oh my god. So XDR is a new approach to threat detection and response. Right. So holistic protection. Oh, okay. So XDR is extended detection response, where EDR would be endpoint detection response. Or I'm sorry, event detection response. Cool. So it's just probably a little bit more in depth, a little bit hardcore. The next big thing, one could say. But anyway, here's the one I'm playing with now. It is Wazoo. It is great. It's been really incredible to play with, and I'm going to actually show you guys now. It's really easy. Go watch my video on how to install it. But there is a free cloud trial. I want to play with that next. I would like to find their prices for the cloud version because it is not cheap. Oh, so here you can get a course on it. That's very cool. Here's the cloud. Standard services start at $500 a month, premium or $750 a month. But you can practice it open source for free. So yeah, let me go ahead and show you all that. So I installed it on my Ubuntu machine to sort of host it as its server. And let me go ahead and get logged in here, and I'll show you all what it looks like. Sorry, I forgot my password for a hot second. I really hope it's right. How it wasn't. That's what I get for using a secure password. All right, that one should do it. What? All right, pausing the video. I'll come back once I get the right password. I'm back, and you will not believe it. I literally got logged in as soon as I turned it off, so that's fun. Let me find out how I get back. Okay, there we go. It's going to remember that for me. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Pause. I got to log into my LastPass. All right, everybody. I'm back again. And yeah, sorry about all of that. And let's go ahead and get in here. Cool. So this is, sorry about that. Let me go ahead and get full screen here. Why? That is interesting. Sorry guys, I do not know. Wow, that's ugly. Alright, well, we will just live with this for now. Let me go ahead and zoom in on here. Cool. So, I'm sorry, actually let me zoom out, because that is too much. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and dive in. Let's give it all a look. So, in Osim, you can see here, you can see modules where you can look at anything from your security events in certain machines. So this is actually, well, honestly, just stay in here because it's going to be wacky anyway. So here is my, oh, that's what kicked off on me earlier. Weird. So here's my Windows 10 endpoint. And if I go back here and if we look at agents, we can see my two endpoints. So we can see my first endpoint is my Kali endpoint, and it is right here. It is running. It is what I installed it on. And then down here in pending is Microsoft Edge. Should be. And if we maybe log into that. And on this, I did turn Windows Defender off because I wanted to play some malware on it and watch it all kick off. I just didn't get to do it. So that being said, I wonder if we can refresh this and it will pop up. Still says pending for us. I don't know why. Let's go ahead and explore it though. Let's look at it. So there we go. We click on our Microsoft 10, Microsoft Edge, Windows 10 agent. It gives us its IP address. It gives us the version it's on. It's giving us a lot of information here. Let me go ahead and take a look at some of the stuff that we can find in here. So it actually shows us the MITRE ATT&CK framework. I don't want this. Okay. So it's going to show us the MITRE ATT&CK framework. It's going to show us a bunch of really good information and how it can be used from a bad guy perspective and how they could get into that machine. See privilege escalation. There's a bunch of stuff here, a bunch of accounts it's saying that are bad. Initial access, there's actually a lot of stuff in here, guys, that even I don't know where to look at. But basically, see, we come down here, and here's rules it's breaking, what's happening, defense evasion, and that's just a log on success. So we can actually go in and adjust those things. We can fix certain rules to where we don't get a rule broken every single time someone logs into it. It doesn't make any sense. And so it's actually, we know this is working because it picked this up from September 28th at 5:53, and that is literally now. So That's interesting. What other information can we get? So this is our compliance. We can actually change the compliance. Sorry guys, that's really ugly and I'm not sure why it's doing that. But we can change it to NIST. We can change it to GDRP. We can change it to HIPAA. So depending on what business you're in, that's going to matter. So here's our compliance things. And again, we can scroll through here and look top 10 requirements. Requirements distributed by level. 42 total alerts. We can get all kinds of really good information here. So we went over the MITRE aspect of it, the compliance chart over here. Recent events, it measures them. Right here is an SCA, a scan for the Windows audit. So we passed 21 things, failed 10, and we had a total of 71 checks. So there were a lot of things there in the middle, and we got a score of 67%. So if we go here, we can look at that. We can say on this machine, would we fail? Pass, fail. Oh, this is benchmark for Windows 10 Enterprise. Well, we failed that. I can tell you why we failed that. It's because of it's not Windows 10 Enterprise. It's Windows 10 Personal, Educational. I don't know, whatever edition you can kind of get for free here. And what did we fail here? Rationale: the longer a user uses the same password. So this one is because I've never reset the password on it. I did pass the 365 day one. And there's a bunch of rules in here that basically you can come in and look at, and you can help strengthen your security posture. And security posture is going to be a word you hear. If you don't know what that means, it basically means you strengthening where you stand on your security perspective into how strong your environment is looking. And so here, if we go to our agents and we go to our one active one, we're going to look at Kali. It's going to do a lot of things. Let's click over here on stats, see what we get. Get a whole lot of things: when it was last acknowledged, when it last came back online. Number of events, we've had 7 events. Various log messages come through. Lots of information that you may not understand yet, and that's okay, because you can come over here and you can see a lot of other things. Let's look at our NIST scores. What are we at? What's our compliance at on AIU 14.7? And you can actually, at some point, you can click there's somewhere where you can actually click in and look at, hey, what do these mean? I would like to learn more about these. Can't find it though. Can go. So in here, see, it's going to switch to a Unix audit because it knows, hey, this is a Linux-based system. And wow, we had 13 fails. What did we fail? I can tell you one thing we failed. That's just sort of my tagging machine, and the password and admin credentials are default. Not a good thing, just something I haven't changed. But honestly, after looking at this, I feel like that's pretty dumb, and I just kind of use it for convenience. So I'm going to go in there and change that. Make myself a little bit more secure, increase my security posture. And here it is, port 22 is open because we use SSH. We want to receive SSH because, again, it's an attacking system. Wrong maximum number. I wish we could read all of that. Maybe we could have. Oh, wrong maximum number. We still can't read it all. That is lame. So again, that's just the number of authorization attempts a user can have. Let me see if it's actually going to call out. Yeah, here it's talking a lot about passwords. There it's talking about locking out on failed attempts. So again, we're getting a lot of really good things from this free open source agent. So then see here, we can go in and we can look at the rules, and we can adjust a lot of these rules. And we can set it to how we want to for our company and our environment. You can look at the status reports, and we can see this is still pending. And you're like, why in the world is it still pending? And I'm going to come in here and say, I don't know, but if I had been messing with this long enough, I could go and or I wouldn't have to go look, but I probably know the command. Actually, let me do that. Restart agent command. Oh yeah, and it's really slow on this Ubuntu agent. I don't know why. Restart. So if I do this, Windows 10. Okay. So you can actually, there should be a manager in here somewhere, but I don't know that that's a fact. Doesn't look like it. It's not there. You do have to deploy it. Wow, that's so slow. I'm not gonna trust that weird. Is it as simple as just running? So here's a couple people having issues with that, but let me just go ahead and let me do that. That's what I want. Just copy that. Hey everybody, I'm back. Sorry about that. My roommate walked inside, and the way our apartment is set up is my recording stuff is in our loft, and so I always feel a little bit weird when he comes home and I'm still recording because I feel loud and like I'm annoying and being a bad roommate. But that was the video anyway. We got all the way through it. I got to show you a little bit of what a SIEM can do, even an open source free SIEM, and obviously those enterprise level SIEMs, guys, those are really going to come in and help you lock down your environment. That security, incident, event management, software, utility tool, it is going to come in and really any place you end up in the defense or offense realm, it's going to be a good thing to know. And going forward, that is part one of the CyberSec rookie series. And I don't know what we're going to do for part two, but I'll tell you where you can find out. Go ahead and look in the link below in the description. Find my LinkedIn. Go there, and I turn on those notifications here on the YouTube channel, and you'll see that video when it goes live next week. Thank you all so much. Have a great rest of your day, and keep getting better.